Hey there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today I have a Frugal Friday tip for you, and it deals with oil paints. It's actually kind of a double tip. You may have seen me showcase this little pill case that I've used to store my oil paints when I plein air paint. And when I'm not plein air painting, if I have paint left over like I did here, I will close this up, wrap it in plastic, and throw it in the freezer. That's one way to keep your paint preserved, but I didn't like the idea of freezing my paint, so another idea is to use clove oil. Now, I don't have a large palette here that I can just put a cotton ball with some clove oil in it in the corner and leave it be. But what I do have are these furniture pads. So what I'm going to do is stick one of these larger furniture pads to the top. And the reason why I'm using a large one is because I want to make sure it stays stuck to the top of the these little boxes. Now, I did wipe the tops of each of these containers with 91% rubbing alcohol and dried it off really good to make sure there was no greasy residue from the oil paint. And what I'm going to do is just put like less than a drop on each of these. Clove oil releases a vapor that keeps the paint from oxidizing or skinning over, and that way I can keep this paint nice and fresh until I'm ready to use it again. So just want to make sure you press those little felt pads on really well. They're very affordable. You can find them at any hardware store or probably even a dollar store. I paid 89 cents for this pack of 64 rounds, and just give them a good press. Make sure that the tops of your container are completely clean and dry before you do this. And then you do not even want a drop per thing. Like you could probably dip a skewer or a toothpick in here. I'm just going to draw out a little bit on this little dropper, but all I'm going to do is just basically just touch it to one edge. I just want the tiniest little bit. You don't want to mix the clove oil into the paint because that will keep it from drying and setting. So hopefully I got some on there. It's kind of, oh yeah, if you touch the area where you dropped it and then smell your finger, I know it sounds gross, you'll be able to tell that you actually did get some on there. If you're worried, you can always just kind of gently just press the end of the dropper down again, but don't squeeze. You know, you seriously just want a tiny little bit there. And you don't want to saturate, you don't want to use a small pad and saturate it because you don't want that the oils to make the thing not stick and have it fall down into your paint, because that will compromise the oil binder. And then just close it up, and your palette will be ready the next time you are ready to go paint. So these are water mixable oils. It'll work for traditional oils too. And clove oil has many uses in your craft room. Just, yeah, if you want to know some more uses for clove oil, let me know. Maybe I'll do a video with all the different uses I know. This is the Munessa, I don't know, Clove Essential Oil, premium quality. This was a great deal. It was, I think, under $8 on Amazon for 3.38 fluid ounces, so quite a bit. I don't know if I want to keep the dropper in there. I think I'm going to put the cap back on it, although I don't know if it really matters. Sometimes droppers can get a little weird. But yeah, clove oil it's a really wonderful thing to have in the craft room for many uses, and this is how I'm using it to preserve my oil paints. If you have a big palette, like, let me show you my Stay Wet palette. Say you have like a big palette seal, like this thing here, which is basically like, let me see if I can zoom out, which is basically like a big Tupperware. If you had some paint in there, if you took a few drops, put it on a cotton ball, set it in the corner of your palette seal, the vapors would be enough to keep that from skimming over. I don't know why clove oil does that. It's also antifungal, so it will keep, it keeps things from getting moldy. It's just a wonderful little product, and I hope you enjoyed this tip. Thanks for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.